This time we're going to take a closer look at images. Now we already spoke about image fills as they relate to rows, as we see here on the home page with these two gentlemen. Clicking into the settings panel for the row panel brings up a section for us to change and customize the background image of any row on our page. Now let's look at the actual image widget. So where we have an image placed in a row as opposed to fill in a row, let's go down to get a free quote section. Hovering my mouse over this lad right here, we can see an outline of an image widget that's been placed here, holding this guy in place. Now sitting inside of a row that has a blue gradient fill and sitting just to the left of an additional column here with our text and context form. Let's click on this guy. We get a settings panel here for our image, as we see here, labeled here image content. Now the background looks different, and that's because it's a PNG image, as you can see here. PNG stands for, it allows for transparency. So that's why everything looks see-through. So that's why you can see the gradient look. The gradient looks beautiful, so you can see the blue behind it. Now you see a lot of options here. You have option for replace the image. Let's click here. We can scroll through all of our previously uploaded content or stock images, so we can select a new image. Now it swaps out that image. Now this obviously is not a great selection. So as you can see, this image hasn't been designed with the same transparency, but you can see how easy the function is. We also can notice the size of the widget has changed. Remember, this is an image that's been placed in a row, so it's not filling anything. So the image widget will size itself to match the image so that the full image is displayed at all times. Now if you need to crop the image or make other design changes, we can do that very easy here as well. So right now we're going to hit the undo button so we can work with our original image. Here we go. Into the panel again. Now let's click edit. And here we get our very intuitive image editor in the builder. Now you may have been irritated with other platforms to edit the image on the platform and go externally, but on Wonderland sites we can do this in the website builder. So we can make the changes here to the sizing, to the coloring, and even decorate it without even leaving the builder itself. So let's click on transform. Here we can crop the image easily. We can use the corner grabbers here. Let's crop this up to his arms. We also have a selection here that's preset sizes and orientation. So if you need to match a certain aspect ratio, you can do so easily by selecting one of these options. Let's say we wanted something to be square. Just click square. And the cropping adjusts immediately, and then you can shift it to display exactly where you want it. When you're done, click back with this arrow, and there you go. And our new cropping taken into effect, just like that. Feel free to make any other changes you want as well. Click into filters and get a particular look if you want to. Go into adjust and change anything you want: brightness, contrast, highlights, whites, blacks, and so on. Let's say we just want to drop the exposure a bit. Click into it and drop it down a little. There we go. And when you're done, click on back. You can add text, stickers, blur, frame, all kind of stuff. And when you're completely done, click save and close at the top. Give it a second to process, and your revised image is now displayed exactly where you left off. Now, of course, this new image isn't as tall as we want, so let's shift it down into the column. There we go. That looks good. into the settings panel one more time. Let's click into the design section. We've got more options here, starting with the layout. We can have sharp corners, rounded corners, or completely round like we see down here with the testimonial images. You can adjust the size and settings, borders, and even hover effect. So let's select opacity. And we'll close this panel, hover our mouse, and look, we have nice hover effect added to it. Before we close out, we can always add new image widgets to the page. Simply open the widgets library, select image widget in the popular section, drag and drop it anywhere on the page, and there we go.